Hello everyone, welcome to this software engineering video series. Now, we are going to discuss risk estimation as a part of the after planning. Risk estimation plays a very important role. So, in this video, we are going to see what is risk management, what is risk identification, and how we do risk estimation using risk projection, and then finally we will see what is risk mitigation, monitoring and management plan. So let us start with the brief definition of risk management. So risk management generally is defined. A risk is a potential problem and it might happen or it might not happen. So a risk has a feature, a characteristic associated with it. It is known as probability. That means risk can become true or risk cannot become true as well. Conceptual design of risk says the risk concerns with future happenings. That means like a person can leave an organization, a device can broke it down. You can say that your tire doesn't have the vehicle doesn't have a few duly inflated tires, and it can become flat during the journey. So this is the future happenings that you predict. Second thing is risk involves change in mind, opinion, actions, and places. That means whenever there is a risk involved, these things get affected. Your thinking can get affected. Your opinion can get affected. Your actions can get affected, and the places even can get affected using because whenever there's a risk information flows in that there is a risk, there is a flood coming due to there's a crack in the dam. People start flooding out, like leaving that area because they see the risk of losing their lives, their properties, their belongings. uh, then the third is risk involves choice and uncertainty that choice entails. That means risk involves choices. If there is a high risk in certain type of thing, you will not choose that particular thing, right? So if I say that I will take you from air and the turbulence is very much in the air, the weather is not good, but you can also go to that place using a bus route. That is much safer. So even if you are getting a cheaper flight, you will not choose it because you will see the risk of the flight associated with the flight is much more than the cost of the bus, right? So these are the conceptual definition of risk. Then we come to two standard characteristics that we have talked about. One is called the uncertainty. The risk may or may not happen. That is, there are no 100% risk. It can happen, it may not happen totally, right? And whenever there is a risk, there is a loss. Okay. Now the loss can be in the term of cost, in term of time, in term of human beings, but there is a loss. So this was the basic definition about risk. Now we come to the first categorization of risk using approach 1. The risk can be categorized as a project risk or a technical risk or a business risk. When the risk elements, whatever you are talking about, whatever thing you are looking into, if it threatens the project plan, it is termed as project risk because that threatening or that impact of the risk will be on the project schedule. Okay, the schedule of that project will slip and you will miss the date that will indirectly hit you with the cost. The second thing is called technical risk. Technical risk, they threaten the quality and timeliness of a software to be produced. If they become real, implementation may be difficult or even impossible. So technical risks are like a person who is being assigned a job of coding a particular project, doesn't know the language well, doesn't know the platform well, doesn't know the framework very well. So if you are giving him that particular thing, you are compromising the quality, the timeliness of the project, and it will implement. If he implements, it will be a very difficult job for him, and you will have a poor quality of implementation. The third thing is called business risk. They threaten the viability of the software to be built. That means whether the software, if built, can we sell it out, can be purchased in the market, or can be like sponsored in the market or not. Okay, so these are the three categories of risk: project, technical, and business, based on the approach one. Then we can have subcategories of business risks like market risk, strategic risk, sales risk, management risk, and budget risk. So all these things are related to the business implementation of a project, like whether you can get building an excellent product or system that no one clearly wants. So if I build a very beautiful car, very fancy car, but I cannot find a buyer of that car, the total cost that I invested, the total money that I have invested is goes to vain, right? So this is called market risk. Then the strategic risk means building a product that no longer fits into the overall business strategy of the company. The company always works with certain strategy, okay? And if the strategy is changed, the products also change accordingly, right? So you should always build a product which a company can own, and he can just market it in the among the audiences. Then likewise have sales, management, and budget risk. Now, there are some more categorization based on approach too. The risk can be a known risk can be a predicted risk, or risk can be an unpredicted risk. A known risk are those risks that can be uncovered after careful evaluation of the project plan, the business and technical environment in which the project is being developed, and the other reliable information, the unrealistic delivery date. So they say that I know certain risk elements, but somehow I cannot fix it right now. So I know I will keep it in mind. I will record, document it. I will tell the customer that these are the known type of risks that we know we will overcome in future. Right, after careful evaluation, I know. The other case is called predictable risks. Those risks that are extrapolated from the past experience. Okay, I don't know whether the risk is there or not, but I can extrapolate it because I have done five projects, and in the five projects some risks are I have seen in my life. So I can say that doing this can cause you this much loss. Doing this will help you in this way. So these are the risky elements. These are not the risky elements. So this is something which I can predict, right? And the last thing is called unpredictable risk. Those is that can or do occur but are extremely difficult to identify in advance. So might be possible one in thousand, one in 1 lakh this thing happens, but it may happen to you, it may not happen to anyone else like this. This is called unpredictable risk. So these are the basic two categories are known and predictable. Unpredictable is itself non-predictable, so we can't talk about it. Now, based on whatever category you follow, whether business, product, or technical, or will you go for a known or predictable risk, risk can overall be divided into two strategies. One is called reactive strategy and proactive risk management. Reactive strategies says that don't worry, I will think of something, right? That means if you come to the management and says, okay, I feel that person may leave in future, he is the very core hardcore developer, so we will have problem implementing the code. Okay, I will see something, I will develop something, I will think about something. He will not take any action until unless the person leaves. Okay, so this approach is called reactive strategy. Why it's called reactive? Because we will react only when the risk has already occurred, right? Likewise, if you have seen, I will ask a question: have you seen firefighters or fire extinguishers being around the city, looking at each corner of the city for a fire, probable fire? No, we don't have this. Whenever there's a fire, then we call the firemen and they will do their duty. So that is known as firefighting, right? So reactive strategy is known as firefighting, right? The other approach which is better than reactive is called proactive research strategies. in proactive, what we do is we take steps for risk management are followed. So the various type of steps are followed, and primarily objective is to avoid risk and to have a contingency plan in place to handle unavoidable risk in a controlled and effective manner. So first of all thing is, you will in this approach, you first of all try to avoid the risk. If you are not having, if you cannot avoid it and the risk is going to happen, you should have a contingency plan, a plan B, which can be in action once the risk occurred. Okay, so this is known as a proactive and a reactive risk strategy. So we will see some more things about the steps of risk management in next lecture, next video. Till then, if you have any doubts, just let me know by comments, shares, likes, and thank you very much for watching this.